Hi guys, welcome back to Jivashastra Abhyasa. I'm your educator Niranjan Hegde. So today we are going to learn about pollination and its type. We are going to understand the definition of pollination and the types of pollinations. So before that, going into the topic, I have to answer the question which I have asked in the last video. Which are the countries are mostly affected by the forest fires? Those are the countries in the last year are Brazil and Australia. So, and the question for today is, which are the countries, or which is the most affected country by hailstorms? Which are the most affected countries by hailstorms? If you know the answer, please comment below. If you don't, I'll answer in the next video. So, what's the wait? Let's begin. Pollination is defined as the transfer of pollen grains from one flower to the stigma of another flower on the same plant or the different plant. Let's go into the board and let's see what is actually pollination, or the definition stands for. Pollination. So as I told you, it is a process of transfer. What is going to transfer? The transfer of male gametes which are confined within the anthers. The anthers withholds pollen grains. So these are the pollen grains which has male gametes. Anthers will carry pollen grains. That anthers will be transferred from, it is going to be transferred to the stigma. As you all know that stigma is known for receiving the, or a receiver, or it acts as an antenna which receives the pollen grains of other flower or of the same flower. So the transfer of anthers from one flower, okay, anthers will be present in the one flower, and that will be transferred to the stigma of another flower of so it is very important here, of same plant of the same plant, means same plant or of for different plant. And here is also a twist here. So you can see over here, pollination is the transfer of anthers, okay, anthers from one flower to the stigma of the another flower of the same plant or the different plant. Another flower of the same plant or the different plant. That is very important here. So this is what the definition stands for: the transfer of male gametes from a single flower of the same plant, okay, or of the different plant, or itself in the same plant itself there may be the transfer of pollen grains will be taking place, right? So that is what pollination stands for. Okay, on the basis of this particular thing, on the basis of this transference or transforming from one plant to other plant, so that is divided, the pollen grains is been divided, pollination is divided into, mainly it has been categorized into two types. Let's see now what are the two types of categories we can see. Okay, pollination. Pollination So pollination has been mainly divided into two categories, right? I told you that it has been divided into two categories. First is autogamy, and another one is allogamy. So name itself suggests, right? Auto, self, gamy means fertilization. Auto means self, fertilization. That means it is a process of self pollination. and allogamy, it is, allo means different, okay, different, or cross, gamy means fertilization, that means cross pollination. Okay, so this is the first thing what we have learned till now. Okay, so I'll strike out this is just simple meaning of the word. Okay, next let's see the definition of it. Autogamy is the transfer of pollen grains or anther from one flower, the transfer of anthers from one flower to the stigma of the same flower, that there will be transfer of anthers to the stigma of the same flower will take place, that is autogamy. Then what is allogamy? Allogamy is the process of transfer of anthers from one flower to the other flower of same plant or different plant. That is what cross pollination or allogamy is. Okay, the autogamy is again subdivided into two types, 1 and 2. What are those? Let's see. So those are homogamy, and the second one is clistogamy. Simple, very simple it is. Homogamy, same, right? That means homogamy stands for self-fertilization in the same flower. The transfer of anthers from one of the same flower to the stigma of the same flower, that stands for homogamy, same flower you can consider. So it these particular things, these are the 2 marks very important things. With the definition you have to give the examples. So homogamy stands for what? Homogamy stands for the transfer of anthers from the stigma to the stigma of the same flower will be known as homogamy. So for example, you can take a lot of what you can say, normal flowers. All the normal flowers, most of the flowers will undergo the process of homogamy. Okay, now coming to the clistogamy. So these are the known as the clistogamous flowers. Okay, now specific flowers are there. Okay, the clistogamy is a type of pollination which undergoes the same as homogamy, the transfer of anthers to the stigma of the same flower, that is same it stands for. But here one thing is very important, that is it is underground or closed type of flowers. In the closed type of flowers, mostly in the underground plants you can see. For example, that is groundnut. So what happens? How it happens? The closed flowers, the flowers will not open, okay, and the anthers and stigma will not be exposed to the environment. It will be closed, the petals will be closed itself. So whenever the anthers opens, the pollen grains will fall on the stigma. So that such type of arrangement is made over there. So that is what the clistogamy. And a question can be asked for you people, that is, what are clistogamous flowers? The flowers which are closed and which undergoes the process known as pollination process known as clistogamy, that you have to write. Okay, so what is the major role or major advantages of clistogamy? So that can be a question for 1 marks. So the advantages of clistogamy, is that the plant becomes pure. Only one, it is plant becomes pure plant, a homozygous pure plant, because it undergoes a repeated self-fertilization, which will definitely 100% pure plant is going to be born. So this is what the autogamy stands for. So coming to the allogamy, again has been divided into 2 types. One is xenogamy, another one is xenogamy, and another one is geitonogamy. Okay, so it has been divided into 2 types mainly. Mainly geitonogamy, and the second one is xenogamy. So most flower comes under this cross pollination because I'll give the reason. So what is geitonogamy? the transfer of pollen grains or the anthers, transfer of anthers from one flower to the stigma of the another flower. Remember, stigma of the another flower of the same plant. Here another flower will be there, another flower, but of the same plant. So here same plant is going to be there. That is what geitonogamy is. For example, you can take the plant hibiscus also. You can take, it's a very simple example for what it is that. Next is xenogamy, right? Xenogamy. Xenogamy stands for just a simple change is that transfer of anthers from one plant to the stigma of the another flower. Transfer of anther from one flower to the another flower of different plant. That means it is a peculiar cross pollination which is you are going to be expecting, right? Most of these plants will fall into this particular pollination. Why? Because it is the cross pollination gives you or the flower the evolutionary significances. That means the continuity of different generations. So there will be mixing of generation will takes place, which eventually leads into the evoluted individuals. So evoluted plants which are adaptability is more to the environment. So that is what the cross pollination stands for, and the advantages of cross pollination is also stands for. So this is the topic for today, and tomorrow we are going to, not tomorrow, in the next video, sorry, in the next video we are going to learn about the pollination, the same thing, the pollination, but the ways of pollination we are going to learn. Then that means how the pollination process is going to take place and what are the means of transference of the anthers. So how the anthers will be transferred, we are going to learn in the next video. So if you like this, if you get good knowledge from if you get a good knowledge, or if you got a good knowledge from this video, so you have to do one thing, that is you have to subscribe to the channel, because it's easy and free, and also like, share the video until it reaches to the everyone, right? So that's the aim. Okay, so until next time, let's hit the road of success. Jai Hind.